To the outside world, the Maldives is known for its stunning crystal clear blue water and white sandy beaches, a favorite tourist destination which sees many from far and wide making the trip of a lifetime. The opportunity to swim with sharks, explore the beautiful island, and live in what could be described as heaven on earth. But behind the beauty and picturesque views lies a dark and dangerous underbelly. While holiday makers may only come across the good side of the Maldives, locals from time to time experience a hellish reality. This was the case for young Shao Mohammed Saeed, a faultless victim in a gruesome and disturbing tale, one which brought the Maldives to a standstill. So let us take you behind the veil of the photos you see on social media to reveal the harsh reality of it all, and we warn you to be prepared, because the truth may just shock you. So join us as we take a deep dive into the gruesome crime in the Maldives when a young woman was found decapitated in Malay City. But before we do that, we ask that you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and leave your thoughts below on this terrifying tale. Your support helps us keep bringing you the dark secrets of the East. Now, let's get back to this real-life horror film. The truth is that most people go through their day-to-day lives showing kindness to their fellow man and looking to find the best in one another. For the most part, the average person you encounter tends to be a decent human being. But the scary truth is that amongst those decent human beings lies sadistic, violent, and menacing men and women with nothing but destruction and hatred in their hearts. They integrate with the rest of society, and it's very difficult to tell them apart from your everyday Joe soap, seamlessly blending into society, waiting to strike like the snakes they are. In most cases, the victims are unsuspecting, good-hearted people who only saw the good in the monsters they came into contact with. This was the reality for Maldivian local Shao Mohammed Saeed, a 22-year-old woman who fell victim to the most heinous and unspeakable of crimes, in what could be described as a Maldivian version of the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Shao was murdered and decapitated with her limbs having been mutilated. Murder in any regard is an unforgivable sin, and one which requires a harsh punishment. There are those that call for the death penalty, and those that believe the legal process of sentencing is enough to see the perpetrator behind bars for the rest of their lives. What do you think the punishment should be? But in this case, it was murder on a whole different level. Shao was a beautiful brown-eyed girl from Fuvahmulah City. No one in the Maldives would have expected that in this place of wonder, the unthinkable would take place. But wait, there's more. Shao was living a normal life in the magical Maldives as a loving local musician, but in August of last year, everything would take a turn for the worst. On the 6th of August, 2022, the news got out that sent shockwaves across the island that this talented girl had been found lifeless on the 9th floor of the H. Shireen Villa residence, mutilated, decapitated, brutally beaten and stabbed several times. The questions remain: what led to this horrifying end to Shao's life, and who could be so evil to do such a thing? The post-mortem results even revealed that some of the injuries to her body occurred after her death, that the stab wounds were inflicted after this gruesome attack. Evil and shocking in every way possible, only a real-life monster could be behind such a nightmarish act. But who could it be? Who could have gained access to Shao, gained her trust, and then betray it all in the most brutal way possible? If you have a theory about who you think the suspected killer is, now is the time to let us know down in the comments, before we reveal it all to you in a moment. To everyone's surprise, the man currently accused of the monstrous murder of Shao is a very well-known person in Fuvahmulah City. To those who knew him, Ali Sahil appeared to be a normal guy, always willing to share a smile and a laugh while pursuing his passion of skateboarding. Sahil was known in the Maldives for being a professional skateboarder, but at times did have a short temper. On the surface, Sahil looks like a friendly Maldivian man, but behind that smile lies pure, unrelenting evil. Sahil was only 23 years of age at the time and had a promising career ahead of him on the professional skateboarding circuit, until in one fatal swoop his life would be turned upside down. Over 45 people were questioned regarding the devastating news of Shao's shocking death, with footage being analyzed and data being compiled. Of all those questioned, the one man who stood out above the rest as the possible mastermind behind this disgusting act just happened to be a well-known figure in the community, one no one would have expected. Ali Sahil was residing in a room in the same apartment and was arrested at the scene of the crime, with possible evidence linking him to the death of an innocent woman. The police force who arrested him made it evident that the accused was under the influence of drugs when the arrest was made. Could his substance abuse issues have played a part in the real-life horror film which occurred? Could the fame and fortune of a professional skateboarder have led him to believe he was untouchable, or is he just plain evil? Sahil currently remains in custody in the wake of an ongoing trial dating back as far as 2022. He was not willing to cooperate with police officials regarding having access to his phone and refused to give his password, but there is no problem which is too great to overcome. With the collaborative efforts of police forensics and a foreign party, we're able to access these, and the evidence will be used going forward. Was Sahil simply acting out in a blind rage from the drugs he was taking, or was this a premeditated murder which he planned and plotted for months on end? Was he lurking in the shadows watching poor Xiao, waiting for his opportunity to pounce? For most of the trial, this matter has remained behind closed doors, and so not all that much is known about the ongoing trial. But here is what we do know. Sahil has pleaded not guilty to the charges brought against him. What might those be, you ask? Well, it is for the intentional killing with a sharp object, possession of a nudity card, use of cannabis, and 2 other confidential charges. The reason for this matter being kept under wraps is to protect the confidentiality of the case. The court has announced that they intend to hear the 9 testimonies from various witnesses, which the prosecution will bring forward. Even though the evidence against him continues to pile up, Sahil remains steadfast that he is not guilty of the disgraceful allegations alleged against him. A major reason that this case has been dragged out for such a long period of time is that the accused was unwilling to be cooperative. While several legal representatives were suggested to him and the prosecution attempted to provide him with a few, Sahil made the bold choice to represent himself. You know what they say, the person standing trial is innocent until proven guilty, but things aren't looking good for Ali Sahil, that's for sure. But how exactly did Sahil gain access to Xiao? Was he simply someone who lived in her building, or was there more than meets the eye? Accounts suggest that the two were in fact friends. At this stage, not much more is known about the friendly relationship that the two had, but it will come out in time during the ongoing trial. The question on everyone's mind which remains is, if he did so do it, why did he do it? Was it a drug-filled rage, as stated earlier? Was it a crime of passion? Did Sahil try to make advances at Xiao and she turned him down? Or is there a reason that we're not seeing at all? Something far darker and deeper than anyone could have possibly imagined. Could it be that Sahil is simply carnage personified and a truly evil human being? As the trial continues, we will slowly find out the dark and disturbing motive behind it all. Or perhaps we will come to realize that this was just something he wanted to do. Many shocking killers have a few traits in common. Those are a lack of remorse, impulsivity, the need for control, predatory behavior, and sensation seeking. From the onset, it seems that Sahil's alleged actions fit all of these to the T. Could he maybe have done it simply because he felt like it? A sick and twisted crime indeed. The loss of Shah Muhammad Saeed has left the community in tears as they mourn the loss of their beloved friend. Their only hope now is that justice will be served, and the dastardly wrongdoer behind all of this will be punished like they deserved. What do you think a fair punishment would be? The Maldives may never be the same again. Well, now that you have heard our take on the gruesome murder of Xiao, it's time for you to let us know what your thoughts are. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye for now.